Gather, it's story time. I want to start off by saying I thoroughly enjoy doing this, and I missed it. This page has been highly controversial over the past month. If the survey I did where 700 people wanted me to delete this page isn't proof enough, I don't know what is. April 12th, 2022, we, as this used to be a group effort, had posted a video on our stance with Ezra Miller and Amber Heard, as we had many requests to do so. As it so happens, this is when we received the email from Twitter that would cause the change in course with our page. For nearly a month, when I or one of my former associates would try to get on this account, we were informed it had been locked out pending investigation for violating Twitter rules. As some of you may know, this is usually a very brief inconvenience, as there is a fairly quick process to reverse this decision. That being said, we were getting to the point where we felt Twitter should address the fact that people were taking advantage of their system for reporting, as it was obvious since it was literally a daily thing, sometimes multiple times a day, and yet Twitter would restore our account in a matter of minutes without question. We sent Twitter's support team an inquiry via email discussing our concerns and hoping they could provide a solution. We received a prompt response and actually were pleasantly surprised by the fact that we got to speak to an actual person on the matter, as opposed to an automated response system. To the employee who worked with us, I thank you for your time and suggestions, as it did keep this page in a preserved state. Unfortunately, at the time, the solutions to our inquiry were not to our liking, as we did not want to stop nor change anything about our page. On the 12th, we had to consider these options when our page had apparently received over 400 reports in less than 8 hours. We knew our page was not popular with a particular community, but we did not expect that. At this time, Twitter reached out to us via email, advising us that they had a team who would be investigating each and every report thoroughly, as we had been deemed a threat of concern by policy. For those who don't know, when an account receives a certain amount of reports in a short amount of time, they have to do an actual investigation, and during this time, the account in question can see repercussion ranging from being asked to change aspects of their account all the way to having their account seized as evidence in a legal matter. At this time, we were given two options. They strongly recommended we delete the page, which would terminate the order for investigation. The second option was to change the page completely, and pending the results of the investigation, being willing to delete all posts prior to changing the page. Sadly, at this time, there was discourse within the group that was behind the original page, which led to most of the group parting from this project. I, being the original Dr. Shill, as it has been portrayed by two of us, was determined to keep fighting, as I was confident we had done nothing wrong. I had no idea how to change this page and keep it alive during this time period. That is until I remembered the very helpful Twitter employee who had given us a few suggestions prior, one of which was simply changing our name and presenting content in a more comical way. Thus, the Covenant was born, along with the new list of characters, as my persona was associated with the previous page and could not be used. The investigation, of course, took some time, with there being so many reports. On May 1st of 2022, I was informed that the investigation was over and there were no findings that supported any of the reports against our page. I was then informed that the page could resume as previously intended, and Twitter actually apologized for the inconvenience. On top of everything, they have assured us that our account will no longer be eligible for being locked out unless their own servers detect we have broken Twitter rules. I am happy to announce that I am back, and this page can get back on track with the original intent of making satire of the cult while supporting that which I love and enjoy. Now, since the beginning, there have been many questions as to who I am and who was behind this page in general. Originally, this idea was more of a social experiment. there were a total of 7 people behind the creation of this page and my character. All of us work in the film industry at different levels. One of us is actually a successful YouTuber, and another one is actually currently employed at Warner Bros. Discovery, which added a great insight with how to conduct ourselves with this project. Now, I say us as we are all still good friends, but this page is solely run and operated by me and will remain that way going forward. 2 of the original people still help with producing the videos from time to time and played the characters you saw in the Covenant era. As to who I am, well, I am actually a writer and storyboard artist. I mainly work on small budget movies and am even developing my own independent film. I will admit, this project has turned into something I find great joy in doing. The fact that a guy like me can dress up and claim to represent a cult, then have said cult not only come out in full force in the comment sections and expose themselves, but actually anger them to the point of organizing an apparent reporting event against this page. It's just mind-blowing how well this all actually worked. The proof is there. Deny if you want, but when most of the comments consist of people suggesting I'm gay as if that's an insult, suggesting I kill myself, and making jokes about mental health, yet I'm the one who received over 400 reports, there's a serious problem. I am not suggesting that I can fix this problem on my own, but I can bring it to light as I have proven before. I will have new content weekly and will pick up on the rest of the 4 pillars to the Snyderverse starting this coming week. I appreciate everyone who has stuck by me through the past few weeks. It was rough. The cult tried to get rid of me, but they failed. I'm here for good, and I'm not going anywhere. I see a cult. I think I'll shake the nest and see what buzzes out.